Hey there guys, Spazzy Dragon here, aka Syndromes, and welcome back to Avorion. To what is as close to the next season as it really gets. And also, I'm not gonna be calling you gentle babies, apparently, because I am, as a comment said, ripping off Isaro Productions, so I'm gonna be calling you gentle beans instead, if that makes people happy. Passive aggressiveness aside, I could not have formalized this better than it actually ended up with, ended up happening, in the sense that, hey, we have gotten to the edge of the actual entrance to the place right as episode 49 hit. So, what do we do now? In today's episode, I am going to do exactly that. My current objective is to bring all the keys here, open up the thing, and by thing I mean open up the gate, and after that deal with the alien ships that come through it. I'm not going to cross into the barrier, like through the barrier just yet, simply because I want the ability to... how to explain this? I want the choice to work on Mr. Krabs a little bit. Like, we have a sizable amount of iron and everything else here, so we might as well put it to good use. And yeah, now the only problem is that my current ships, and by that I mean all of them, are in fact all the way over there, because it turned out that the place is a little bit further away than first anticipated. So what needs to happen, I think, is... Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. I am going to remove the existing systems from the existing ships, so that I have all of them in my cargo hold, except for the, the one that counts on Mr. Krabs. As already said, the one that counts on Mr. Krabs is going to be the 8th one, so jump range 8. So let's take a look. Let's find number 8. Let's see how this works. So that is number 8. So if this works correctly and I approach that base, it is in fact going to like change color, or there's some sort of indicator that has to appear that a ship with the correct system is within its range. And I think this is it. You can see that it is, in fact, glowing red. So, Mr. Krabs could, technically speaking, approach both 3 and 8. But, since we do have a spare 3 slot on one of our combat ships, that's the one that we're going to be using, and also everything else. Now then, the only thing that I really don't like is that... So we have 8 of them, right? Including the actual key. So... right now, I have 1, 2, and whatever. All of the others are actually on existing ships. And now we need to actually get them back. First things first, I will want all of my current ships to get to a place that has a, what's-his-face? A, equipment dock. There we go, an equipment dock. It looks like the closest place would be this one, so we might as well do it. So, Inquisitor, become there, please. Object, become there, please. This object will have to kind of double dip over here, and all of these other ships will also need to get over there. Like so. The dirty job is also going to have to kind of travel across like this. And let's just see. This should make it much easier for me in the end. So, the way that this is going to work is today I'm going to try to open the gate, deal with whatever comes through it, and then worry about, everything else. I do have a plan to do a Let's Play, he said, for the 3rd week in a row. I do have an idea to do a Let's Play this weekend, Not exactly sure on the exact time just yet, but it's a thought. So, with that in mind, let's see now. So why are these systems lit up? I'm not exactly sure. But I'm going to switch to the craft, and the first one is going to be the Inquisitor. So essentially what's going to happen now is I'm going to remove every single of these systems, and kind of hope that once I open up the gate... So first of all, let's just grab all of our current ships and have them fly towards the equipment dealer. Because the whole idea is I need to unequip all of my alien systems. Because it's going to be much easier to just have them there, like just instantly transported over there, than jumping all of these ships one by one towards the destination. Because again, this is really far. And that is not good. So, with that in mind, let's see. First comes the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor currently has the armed turret slots, similar to what the Mr. Krabs has. So we get that back, which is really nice. Thank you, Inquisitor. Now, I think it is prudent for me to actually write down which items were on which ships, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to remember this, so... The Inquisitor is going to have the 3. Nicely done. And I'm actually going to do the thing that I did with the other ships, and I'm just going to move them a little bit away from here. Like, move them safe. Would you consent in doing that? Yes, there you go. So, let's take a look at the object. Many of these ships I still have to name, and I assure you I will do it. So this is just all of the items, which is fine. I'm going to let it keep the armed turret slots, simply because it's not like we need to, not have it here. So let's do the exact same thing. I'm gonna have the ship join the Inquisitor. Please don't squish me. Yes, very good. Now then, next one. Next one, we have this thing. We have the 1409. And it uses nothing. So that is perfectly fine. That means that you can actually... Okay, there are actually no asteroids here. Okay, 1609. 1409, rather. Well, let's see. Bumblebee, Swordfish, 1609, there you are. So, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna jump there. And you're gonna mine. Then you're gonna come back, refine the ores, go back, repeat. So, that mining ship actually did not have anything. So, what about this one? Did you have anything? Yes, yes you did. You have the generator. Oop. Let's get a little bit closer before we do that. And there we go. So right now, as you can see, that was the only thing that was keeping this thing alive. So I'm sad to say, like, I guess we can just install this thing, but I don't think it's going to actually help us. Okay, let's just remove this thing, and it should be... Yeah, energy usage is at 98%. I'm sure that this is going to be just fine. Yeah, this is fine. So, with that in mind, I think it is safe to assume that you can be let go back to where you were actually doing the thing. 954. So, let me write that down. 954, and it had the energy upgrade. Let's go back. Generated energy. So this was the 7. And as for the other object, which is it? Okay, you. Was it you? Yes, it was you. So the 632 had the one that upgrades literally everything. So when you cannot decide what to upgrade. So this is the 5. It had the 5, which is perfectly fine. And as for you, the 954... No. Yes, 954. 954, you... Go over there. And then you can mine. Then you can mine. Resource depot, yeah. So after that you can go here, you can refine, you can go back, and you can loop. So there we go. Our current mining ships are not at their 100% full potential, but that is to be expected. Don't worry about it. So this thing, the dirty job was actually perfectly fine. The dirty job is in fact perfectly fine. So what does that leave us? So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4. Why did it, yeah, okay. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was a 4. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th is on Mr. Krabs. Okay, now the fun part begins. Because I have a feeling that the problem with Mr. Krabs, and the problem with what I currently have in mind, is my idea is that I'm going to create these ships, just create them, right here, right now, and place that one item on them. The problem is, whatever is going to jump in is most likely going to kill them. And I do not know if I'm going to get those items back. Do I care, is the question. Because I could get them back relatively easily, except for that one that was required me, that was kind of relevant. Oh, god damn it. I lost my train of thought. That was created through the research station. That one was a complete pain in the ass to get for us. So, I don't know. Although, I do get a free reconstruction token after them. Anyway, I could rebuild them. Yep, sure. Whatever. I guess that's going to be completely fine. Now, then let's start with this one. So let's start with number 1. I do get the items back if the ship is destroyed. Like, I'm pretty sure I do. On normal difficulty, at least, that should be the case. Like, the only thing I really don't want to happen right now is for some random NPC scrubs to just jump in and start being annoying. But maybe that is to be expected. Anyway, deceleration for Mr. Krabs has gone up quite a bit. 42. Honestly, I really want to fix that real quick, because it's starting to get annoying. I missed that one place like twice now. So that's going to only add like 15. Christ. Okay, 63. I guess the only problem is that I will, like, need to start having more... Yeah, but I should have known. Also, suddenly don't have a lot of energy anymore. Actually, no. It's perfectly fine. And at least right now, Mr. Krabs is not going to be as, problematic. Okay, so, as I was saying, this is number 8. Did we want number 8? I think Mr. Krabs had number 8. Number 3 and number 8. Yeah, okay, so number 8 is covered. I need to orientate myself so I'm not, like, spun around a little bit. Otherwise, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, there we go. See, it has the red light next to it. Okay, let's go. I think the way that this will have to do is I'll have to make those ships incredibly small and perhaps like hide them inside these things somehow so that there's a smaller chance they're gonna get nuked out of the orbit. Not a lot of place to actually hide the damn thing though. Oh well. So what is this? This is number 7. So let's call it number 7. Okay, that is number 7. Did it work? Yes, yes it did. You see the red light? Everything's fine. Now then, next up on our little trip is number 6. I really, really hope that pirates or something else stupid does not decide to just start blasting away. That would be slightly annoying. So, welcome to 6. It is 6, right? Yes, yes it is 6. So with that in mind, let's just auto-assign these. Let's go to Systems, and we're going to mount number 6. Did it work? Yes, yes it did. Still using trinium to find these ships. I really hope. Although we do have Ogonite, and it's still not Xanian. So let's go for number 5. I kind of wonder, the Brotherhood, the ones who tried to rob me, how many did they get? Like, how far were they from actually going through? Because it makes me wonder now. So this approach that I'm doing right now, I fully realize that there's a huge chance that I'm just going to, like, lose all of these. But considering we are so close to the end of the game, does it really matter anymore? Okay, so this is 4. Become 4. It says that I'm gaining reconstruction tokens, so my guess is that even if we do lose these things, we get the systems back. Although, even if we didn't, I guess it doesn't really matter. I can still reobtain them pretty easily. What with Mr. Krabs? 3. This feels like I'm starting some sort of ancient ritual or something. That's just, technically speaking, true. This actually looks eerie as hell. Like something bad is about to happen. Which is completely true, I guess. Now then, here comes the fun part. I don't want it to start without being inside Mr. Krabs. So that's why I moved it away a little bit. Okay, ladies and gents, last one. I wonder if I actually had to use this as a key. Like, number 1 is a key. It doesn't do anything in terms of... It doesn't improve your ships. But does that mean that I would have to have it on board on my last one? I do not know. Ancient key. Okay then. All that remains is 8. And there we go. So what does this mean? Why aren't they hostile to me? Okay, I kind of wonder now. So... Oh dear. That's actually more of them. Firepower... Not really all that much. Oh, screw it. Shall we? Does this mean that, like, this place is just going to keep filling? Like, do they just keep spawning? Ah, no. There we go. Bigger ones. I guess let's just let them spawn in everything. Those are the bigger boys. So those are destroyers. Oh, there we go. bigger lads. Come now, come now. You are not late for the party. 1.1k Omicron firepower. That's actually pretty... But it doesn't have a shield. So that's kind of interesting, actually. So that's a battleship. So the question is... Do we get some... Did you just leave? So does the I win! I win! So, do we go through then? Did I win? Well, no, I did not win, actually. The problem is, right now, I would actually need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 captains to get this thing to the nearest possible place where I can unmount these items. So perhaps it would have been better if I had, like, shot the Xenia so they would have destroyed these things. So I think I might have actually accidentally myself. So yeah, speaking of the Battle of the Century, no freaking kidding. Alright, so I guess all that we're left to do now is to actually just go to these guys and see where's the nearest equipment dock. Because that is really... Wait. If I move away... I'm moving away from this this one. So what happens now? Does it close? Do I have to leave my ships here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, screw it. Let's go through. Let's go through just to see where we end up. And we end up in a empty system. You know what I really don't like about this whole mechanic? The fact that these guys exist here. So why does the barrier exist? Like, the whole idea that the barrier is separating whatever becomes kind of mute when you understand that civilization is perfectly fine to the point where they're connected to their mother whatever. So I do believe it's kind of silly, but I suppose it's kind of understandable. The game doesn't really... The game should... That's the thing, that's the stupid part. The game should be smarter than that. It should be capable of saying, oh, I should not assign the... the name of a faction if it's past the frickin' sector. Like, I really don't know. So I was told that one of these things will contain something. But I am just way too lazy to actually look it up. So we have 10 minutes left. We have opened a thing. We have fought the battle of the century. So now, I'm interested in seeing what do these people have. Right now, I can't even use these gates, simply because Mr. Krabs is just way too large. So let's just find what they have. Now let's very quickly just improve their relations with us as much as we can. So what do we have? Like bulletin board, 3 slaves. Yes, go to this location. You know, I'm kind of wondering about this whole, like, this quest is very good for me. Like, what is 2,004, like, what is 214,000 for us? Considering we can make, like, 50 million credits. We had 50 million credits at some point. So, this is kind of silly. It does kind of brick the game a little bit. This, I would say this is not the, yeah, I don't know. This is not, I think, one of the more interesting ways how to do it. Like, not gonna lie. But hey, just for the sake of being able to, purchase stuff, yeah, sure. I'll take it. It's functional. But it does kind of feel like cheating. We're not cheating, we're like, it feels kind of cheesy. Because, look at me, I am liberating the slaves, ooh. Like, my mines are going to make that up in a couple of minutes. Talk about easy alliances. Still neutral, though. Xanian artifacts. What else do we have? Luxury food, spices. The artifacts. Yeah, okay. So this place does not have those things anymore. So here is my question. Diplomacy, the Republic of whatever. Slowly going up. So I guess let's just keep going. So right now we're going to go to the next one. I could also just sell these guys some of the stuff I don't need. Like, that's a lot of neonite we have. Although the question is, like, how much would they pay for... Ah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Does it? Hey, you. Where's your home sector, actually? Your home sector is inside the barrier. What? I mean, it makes sense that also... But again, like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. Oh, the barrier! The barrier! We're gonna be the first one. No. Everything exists past the barrier. Don't worry about it. But sir, how do they keep content? Don't worry about it. Just do not worry about it. Instead, how about you free some slaves? That sounds like a worthwhile endeavor, indeed. Aha! I have come to make a deal. Aha! I am going back. I should actually come back here and just destroy everything that's here. Just to see if they drop anything interesting. So again, the whole reason why I'm currently doing this... The whole reason why I'm doing this right now is so that I can... G-cells. Yeah, don't worry about it. The whole reason why I'm doing this right now is so that I can improve my relations with them, so I can buy a map. That's one thing. To buy a map, to find a equipment depot, and grab something from there. And by something, I mean captains. Could really use some captains. Oh, I will not be able to make an alliance with these guys unless I actually pass into the barrier, because that's where the diplomacy thing is. Hire crew, trade goods, bulletin board, platinum. Not interested in the slightly artifacts. Nope. Bulletin board, more artifacts. All my artifacts, guys, are actually chilling outside of the let's say the alien jump gate thing. So do not worry about yourselves about that. If I need more, I'll get more. Oh, it would probably be easier if I, like, came across one of the disruptor things and just summoned Fidget into that system, let him kill all those things. That would most likely be faster than this. Aha, let's go. I wonder how many of these, like, these are pre-rendered systems. Like, they exist in these sectors. Probably just for the sake of having these missions. And for, you know, the player to come across. So I kind of wonder, like... Will I run out of these missions at some point? Because hell if I know. Should I care, though? Is the question. Okay, there we go. Good relationships. Ah, yes, very good. Delivery fertilizer and... Free slaves. Damn, how do you keep losing all of your family members to these pirates? Christ. But yeah, I think what's going to happen now is I will try to do that let's play the stream. We're going to upgrade Mr. Krabs a little bit because, hey, it's still a freaking skeleton with nipples. Like, that's not supposed to be the final result, alright? We need to clad him in armor. We need to make him pretty. We also need to give him, like, freaking sunglasses. Okay, very good, very good. Very good. Yes, stop losing your families, please. I must admit, it's a bit of a chore to get them back. Okay, let's go more. I'm looking for a freaking equipment dock. Like, I need to know how far do I need to have these ships actually jump. And this is quite clearly not one of them. These frickin' Xanian artifacts. I wonder if I get less of those when I have the corresponding artifact from these guys. But yeah. Alright, ladies and gents. I think what's gonna happen now is I'm going to finally, like, end this episode at 40 minutes in. And in the next episode, we're going to try to quickly recover our artifacts and see what happens. Just in time, for it looks like this place does not really have any, yeah. Alright, ladies and gents, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.